Hello, Rico. So it's been 3 months since our last interview. At the time, you were making 3,000. You had made 3,000 in 1 month because of YouTube. You had gone through the marketing and content creation campuses, and then that helped your YouTube channel scale. So since then, how has everything been for you?
What's up, Ruckus? Super excited for this 3 month check-in, and I could really say like things have been going great. I'm like in a snowball effect, and now I'm utilizing my brand that I built up as social proof, so I could like land more clients in UGC because now like my main focus is UGC, and September's looking like a good month already. I already signed a 2K deal, and I'm looking to make even more. I'm still running up the YouTube, making AdSense from that, affiliate commissions from that, and just trying to scale everything up. So hopefully hit that 10K mark by the end of the year because that was my goal for 2023.
Very cool. And that's a lot of motivation for a 17-year-old man.
Yeah.
So you're still in school, right? I think school season has begun.
I already graduated high school. Like my birthday is late, so I
Ah,
was like one of the earliest or
nice.
youngest people to graduate from my school.
Mhm.
And since joining the real world, I didn't have to go to college because I'm already like learning valuable skills that I could use and make money right now. So like I show my parents like, oh, this is how much I'm making. Like I don't really need to go to college.
Mhm.
And they were hesitant because they are like old school minded. But at the end of the day, they saw the paycheck and they realized like, oh yeah, whatever he's doing is working. So let's just let him be.
Good, good. That's always good when you get your parents' trust in that way by having proven to them what you're doing works, and then they're like, "Well, you know what you're doing, so you do you." So yeah, that's always cool. And how
Yeah.
comes you went more into UGC now instead of continuing fully focusing on YouTube? What did you see? What potential did you see there?
Be I just see people making like crazy money over there. And I know they say the grass isn't always greener on the other side, but I always like doing UGC because through my brand that I built up, I joined the Amazon influencer program, and that's basically UGC where you create videos and post it on Amazon, and then like people could watch those videos. It's like basic review videos, and you earn a commission for every like sale that you generate through those videos. And sometimes people would offer like, "Oh, can you make a video for this product?" and we'll even pay you on top of that. So that's when I first started hearing about UGC, and then when I'm a OG, when the UGC campus first came out, I was like, oh yeah, that's definitely for me. Now it shifted to the consecration and AI campus, which is helping me levitate myself because I'm learning a bunch of new skills and it's paying off.
Hmm. And yeah, you're leveraging, I'm guessing, the AI aspects of it. Are you implementing any AI into your work?
For UGC, it's more like authentic. So like people don't really like want that AI yet, but I'm trying to see how I could implement it into my actual UGC, maybe through the 11 labs or AI voices or sounds. I'm waiting for that, and Pope's gonna deliver on that. So I'm super excited and can't wait to see like what AI brings, especially since the world is like on top of that and they're like one of the main pivotal like pushers in AI and teaching it at a high level.
Mhm. At the forefront of AI.
Yeah.
Okay. So, how did you acquire your 2K client for UGC?
Well, like just utilizing my social proof, I created like a why me video, like a UGC video, just showcasing my abilities, and then also like the other social proof, like from my brand, from other brands that I worked with previous, and just kept building myself up, putting myself out there, outreaching to other brands, and just seeing like, oh, what I could do for your brand, and they reached out. They're like, oh yeah, I love your energy, so let's just do it.
Mhm.
And then it was originally a 1K deal, but I was like he said I'm one of the hardest workers that he ever worked with, and that I was just going at it. The videos were great. He's like, oh yeah, bro, let me pay you for another 10 videos, and I was like, oh bet, and just earned another 1K like that for over delivering and working hard, which is what I learned through the real world.
Bet. I like it. So, what do you do for them? Are you comfortable revealing? It doesn't have to be too in detail. Just wondering what kind of videos do you make?
Yeah, so it's an AI software, and I'm just creating like UGC videos. Like, oh, this is why you need it. It's basically like their main competitor right now is ChatGPT, but their pain point that they hit on is ChatGPT is detectable like by professors, so it writes your essays. It's like flashcards. It like makes text more like better. It's just basically for like college students, which is like my demographic. So I was the perfect fit, and I'm working hard and over delivering. So
Okay,
let's see where
nice.
it goes.
So you're saying an undetectable version of ChatGPT. ChatGPT.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Well, we won't discuss the legalities of that and what issues it may cause. But if it works, it works. And yeah. Um, okay, so an interesting business model from there. And So how did they use their videos? I mean, how did they use your videos? Where did they post it to advertise?
So they basically giving me my own TikTok account. Like I'm the face of the brand, just like for my own account. And then they're just gonna post them there. So like it's more like credible, and it's not like a brand just posting like videos just to get more sales. They want to make sure that like I'm like an authentic user. So they're using them on TikTok and Instagram. And I forgot to mention that I'm also getting 50% of commission sales that are generated through like my videos. So I have to make them really good. So it's like a more of an incentive for me to create like the best videos I can create.
So it's a 2K upfront with a 50% commission on each sale from your end.
Yeah.
Very solid. Okay. And remind me again. So you said you made a kind of why me video, and how did they get access to it? Were you just pitching to a lot of people, and they ended up accepting?
So I created like a portfolio, which is what they taught me inside the UGC aspect of the campus, the gold path in the content creation campus. And I just pitched that to brands, and I also built up like my profile on X, which was previously Twitter. And then brands are always looking for like, oh, creators. And then I'm also building up a new TikTok account where I post like my UGC examples just to build that up, just to show brands like another form of like social proof that I know what I'm doing and I could build up a brand. And whatever I do for me, I could do for their brand, just even better.
Okay, very cool. And you're saying you're still doing YouTube, right?
Yeah, I'm still doing YouTube. It's like more of like a side thing, just so I could continue building up that social proof, and just because people still ask me for questions, still ask me for tips, even though I'm not doing what I used to do, which is like my YouTube account was me selling snacks in school, but I already graduated. But I still have all the knowledge in my brain, so I'm just still putting out videos whenever I can. But that's really not my main focus. So I mean, it's a win-win for anybody and myself. I use it as social proof, and then I'm still helping like other people that are on like that similar journey that I was on previously.
Cool. Okay. Now I want to ask you about your setup in the background. Is that where you film the videos? There's like a black corner and a camera there, it looks
Yeah,
like.
yeah. So I don't know. I'm trying to like figure out my room. Like you can see, I'm on my bed right now. That's like the black pad is like my workout pads, and the tripod's right there. And then I do record on that like studio film thing. It's all crooked and messed up, but it don't matter. It works. And then I also on my desk right here, I record using the mic. I also have like a little wireless mic. I just record anywhere just to try to switch it up and just be as authentic as I can, but still looking like professional and having those high quality videos.
Nice, nice, nice. So yeah, just shows you can even turn your room into quote unquote studio in a way, just as long as you
Yeah.
have the would it be imagination and creativity to make it work? It will work. Like clearly you're sitting there and you're saying you're earning money, like good amount of money for a 17-year-old doing what you're doing from your room. So there's also the
Mhm.
freedom aspect there. Is
Yeah.
that something you always wanted as well?
Yeah, I always wanted that freedom. Like I said before, I didn't really want to go to college. I didn't feel like it was for me. And the world is basically like my college because I'm learning like valuable skills that I could like monetize off it. And I already am monetizing off it. So I mean it's like a win-win. So like I get the freedom. I'm not going to college. My friends are barely going to college. Like their lives are barely starting. And I feel like I already have like a way head start over them because some of them haven't even started school and they really don't know what they want to do yet. And I'm already on this path where like I know what I want to do and I have the vision and I just need to continue working at it every day.
Or so reveal that vision, please. I know I asked about your future plans back when it was 3 months ago. Has anything changed, and what are they?
So my vision, I just want to be like financially stable, take care of like my family and just make sure that I'm good. And just to show people that like you don't need to go to college to be successful. Show my parents as well, like, oh, I'm doing this and it's gonna work. It's not just like a one-off. It's not, oh, because they ask me, oh, how long is it gonna last? And I want to show them that's gonna it's not gonna just gonna last, it's gonna get better every single month. And that's my main goal, just to make sure to show people that you don't really need college and you can still be successful on your own, especially with the real world helping. So I feel like that's my vision and just to continue doing me.
Yep. And what would you say was your biggest challenge when you started out with UGC?
Um, I would say my biggest challenge was I would say my biggest challenge was just like the self doubts and the limiting beliefs because I'm better than like most of the creators. It's just like I'm like, oh, how come they're doing it? I would question myself like, oh, how are these people getting like these crazy deals? Like some people get 2K, 3K, even 5K deals. I'm like, I'm way better than them. Like, what do they have that I don't? And it's just like the limiting beliefs, the self belief. Like I need to like start believing in myself more and just keep putting myself out there and then just keep outreaching. I feel like the hardest part though was like mainly the outreach because it's more of like a volume game. Like you get like told no so many times or just people ignoring you. You just got to keep going and just keep working at it every single day.
Hmm. And it really is a mindset thing. From these interviews I do, I see that the only thing standing in your way is you most of the time because you have the direction from the real world, and the rest is really up to your mindset and you. So it's good to see that's something you've overcome, and I bet it was nice from hearing from your employer that you're one of the hardest working people he's come across. That he was super happy with your work as well. I'm sure that's rewarding and quite fulfilling. So, do you have a role within the content creation campus as well? I think I saw something by your name.
Yeah, so I've been like an OG since like it was a UGC campus before it turned into the content creation, and now it's the content creation plus AI. And I just been constantly working every single like month, week, day. And if you're in the top 25, you're on the leaderboard. Then you get this role called the performance creator, which is like where Pope basically gives you like more like one-on-one advice, and he gives you like free value. Like I had a call with Ole or Ollie, I'm not sure how I pronounce the
Oh
name,
yeah.
but he's the guy in the marketing campus,
Mhm.
like one of the top guys in there. And then we also had two calls with Arnold already, and it's just like more bringing like that one-on-one connection and just opening more doors and opportunities for me.
Right, that's super cool. Having access to Ole and Ono, I'm sure that was very insightful to listen to them.
Yeah, it was. I had to like I got to ask him questions and he gave me advice like one on one personally. Like just like I was sitting across right from him and it's just valuable knowledge that you can't really get anywhere else besides the real world.
Awesome, awesome, love that. Okay, what about has having that role had any kind of impact on community aspect? Like, do people look up to you? Do they ask you questions? What's that been like?
Yeah, for the performance creator role, it's really been a game changer for me. So I'm gonna talk about a little about me, and then I'm gonna talk about like
Hmm?
what it's done for like the community. So I've been in it like since the beginning. Like I was like one almost like the top guy in there, and my goal is to get number one. But like a few weeks ago, I got knocked off, and I was like, oh whoa whoa whoa, because these like new G's were just coming in like with big deals like 10K, 5K. I'm like, dang, like I was like I was thinking to myself like, oh, am I on the right path? It was just more limiting beliefs that I had. But it made me go even harder when I got knocked off the leaderboard because I wasn't in that group anymore. I wasn't getting the one-on-one treatment. I wasn't getting any special like role or perks. I was just like my name went back to like the regular name that everybody else has. And I was like, oh no, it's just like lit a fire inside me that I need to go harder. So I feel like it was like a little like I don't like using motivation, but it was like a little motivation to like just go even harder. And now I'm going even harder to make sure that I never get knocked off again. And right now I'm in the 25th spot, so I need to go even harder.
Or
But for the community aspect, yeah, a lot of people reach out to me. They're like, oh, like, can you help me with this, help me with that? And I like helping people. So I'm like, oh, yeah. And people just see my age and like what I've done. And they're like, oh, yeah, bro, like, help me out. I'm like, yeah, I got you. So just building more of like a community with people because they look up to me because I'm up there.
right. And what's your average day like now compared to 3 months ago? There would have been at least a few changes since you got onto UGC now. What else in terms of changes?
So now that I'm out of school, like people are still going to school. I'm not in school. I get to like just be myself. So I wake up like whenever I wake up, I try to take an ice bath every single morning. I took an ice bath this morning. That's why my hair is wet. And then I just go for a walk, just think to myself. And after that, just get the day started, start working, start filming videos, start editing videos, and then start outreaching to brands, keep building up that social proof and just try to land more deals and make money and get better every single day.
Very solid. So I know ice bath is basically a coffee instead of a coffee. You just take an ice bath and it wakes you up so well for the rest of the day. I do cold showers, but yeah, imagine ice bath is even takes it a step further in terms of waking you up and energizing you for the day. Now, I want to know a bit more. What's the walk about? Is it just to think about things? Is it to plan your day? Or just spend time for yourself? What's the reason for it?
So it's like, sorry, it's like a mix of both, like a lot of things. So I usually try to take my dogs out for a walk. So I walk them and play with them. So they get like that one-on-one time with me. I also try to take my mom. So just like we could talk, but it's also like where I could think about like, oh, what do I want to do? Like, am I on the right path? What have I done that's working? What have I done? Just thoughts that I could think to myself just to make sure like I'm have the best day possible. And I also warm up my body because I do be sitting down a lot. So I like to just loosen up, warm up my body, especially after like the ice bath and waking up just all stiff. So I like to loosen up and
Hmm.
just go from there and just see what happens when the day comes.
Good. It's good to, I guess the dogs give you a reason to go out, but it's still good to spend some time alone with your thoughts because people are usually purposely distracting themselves so they don't sit alone with their thoughts or spend time. And you can, yeah, it's just an important part of being a human, actually being able to, again, be alone with your thoughts. So I'm sure that's helping in ways maybe you can't even fully comprehend either doing that. So yeah,
Yeah.
a bit of a tangent. What do you have to add to that?
So like from the last time, like 3 months ago, like now in like present time, like from 3 months ago, I'm feeling more loose. I'm feeling more present. I feel like the conversation is flowing a lot more. I feel like my speaking skills have gotten better because I am on the Gold Path Plus inside the Consecration and AI campus. So I am like developing my speaking skills, my influential speaking. So I'm trying to get better at that as well. And I feel like I'm like my mindset is better. I'm in like more physical shape better, especially with the Pudgy Pope challenge inside the consecration campus. So I feel like everything's just stacking on each other. I'm getting better like every single day, even if like money wise, I'm not like oh I'm at 10K already, but like just my mindset, like just the growth that I've seen, especially from 3 months ago, even 1 month ago, is just crazy, and it's all attributed to the real world.
Good, good, good. And Pudgy Pope is a very funny name for a challenge. So what's that about?
Um, so Pope, the main professor inside the Consecration Plus AI campus, I think that he wants to like bring us on his journey because he says that he gained weight because he was eating too much pizza and pineapple on pizza. But I
Yeah,
think
pineapple on pizza. Wait, I saw in the chat though he was against pineapple on pizza, no?
I think he just secretly loves pineapple on
Yeah,
pizza,
I'd
and
imagine
he's
so.
just yeah. But it's just like a challenge where we utilize our like consecration plus AI into like our own like lives. Like people are doing fitness, like them pulling up, them lifting weights, and just like using stable diffusion to like transform themselves, which is crazy. And I need to like get on top of that and like develop my skill even further. But it's just like a way to like bring the community, make them even stronger mentally and physically. So like every single week it opens and you only have 24 hours to post like your weekly updates, like your weight, your height, your body fat, and like what have you progressed, and to see if you lost weight or gained weight, or if whatever your goals are, like if you're trying to put on
Mhm,
muscle mass, or you're trying to just lose weight or tone up. So it's a great challenge and I'm loving it.
mhm. It's good to hear all this because it just shows you how interactive and positive of a community you get within the Real World.
Yeah, the real world is a community. Like I'm not even gonna lie, sometimes like I get lonely because nobody around me is doing what I'm doing. Like they're all going to college, like just following the norm, and I'm going against it. Like I can't really talk about like what I'm doing because they're doing something else, or they're just talking about stuff that I'm not interested in. And I'm like, with the real world is building the community. I met like a few G's that like I talk to like on a daily basis, and they're like all the way on the other side of the world, like in Germany. So it's crazy like what the real world has done, and I can't wait to like just see what happens even further because the community is just getting stronger and we're getting bigger every day.
Mhm. All right. And again, it's only been 3 months since that last interview, and there's a clear
Yeah,
change within you in just three
yeah,
months. So definitely a lot of potential up ahead. Look forward to
yeah.
seeing where that goes. And yeah, I'm happy to wrap up here with. I think I would have asked you this before as well, so I want to just reiterate for people who are unsure about joining the real world because maybe they think it could be a scam. What advice would you have for them?
It's not a scam. Like, just look at me. Like, I'm a 17-year-old. I graduated from high school, and instead of going to college, I chose to do the real world because it's in turn basically a college, but you learn how to make actual money, learn valuable skills, and you can utilize it and monetize off it. And I'm monetizing off it, and I'm showing my parents like the results, so I don't have to go to college. And I mean, look, it's working. I'm building up my mindset. I'm building up my speaking skills. I'm just building up everything like day by day, and I'm getting stronger. It's a community with like-minded individuals. So there really isn't like no bad side to join the real world. And if you really want to change your life, if you're serious about it, then you would be inside the world.
Very well put. Okay, so for people who want to find out more about you or contact you, where can they do so?
At Rico Rixo, just on everything, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. I'm trying to build up my Instagram right now, but if you need any questions, just DM me. I got you. From the last interview, I had a few G's reach out to me. They weren't sure like if it was gonna work, and I just showed them like, oh yeah, this is what I'm doing, and this is what other people are doing.
Mhm.
So just another reason to join the world, because there's real examples. Like I'm sure Ruckus is doing interviews every single day
Mhm.
of real examples of real people. So like if they could do it, why can't you?
Right, exactly. Okay, so yeah, Rico, was a nice catch up. And I agree, this did flow better than first time. And I think that's an improvement from both our parts. You've gotten better at speaking, I've improved as well in 3 months. So
Yeah,
let's see how we are in another 3 months again.
yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, lot of time, but it happens so quick.
Yeah. Okay, so all the best.
Same to you, Ruckus.